Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Thank you for clicking here, Scorpio. If you are brand new, I hope you will stay. Please try and communicate with me in the comments. I would love that. And if you are interested in a private reading, please look below. There is a yellow dot in my description, easy to find. It will take you to Wizio, where you can book me for beginning at $40. Here we go. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's the energy I love to hate. I love Scorpio energy. Oh, I love Scorpio energy, especially when it's masculine. I am the very opposite sign of that. I am the Taurus sun, so I love that Scorpio energy. And here we go. Here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Please tell us what's coming up in the week ahead for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cards keep falling. Let's just take them as they fall. There we go. Something's coming up good for you, Scorpio. It is. We have an adventure, an incredibly exciting, good adventure. An adventure on steroids. Yep, for sure. Scorpio, I think you're making the decision to move forward after feeling out of balance and feeling like you couldn't move forward because of whatever you're focused on in the past. The King of Wands is looking into the past, and I feel as though that if you don't have fire energy, this might be an energy of having to take actions towards things that are going on in the past. It's like something has not yet finished out or closed out yet. And we have the Two of Pentacles. It's either impacting you financially or making you feel off balance. I feel like at this time, what is keeping you in balance is this love from the universe. Because I do see this sun energy as love that's being sent to you to show you how beautiful it's going to be in the future. I feel as though you are wondering, looking at that Two of Pentacles, wondering what to do next. You're at the place of the Two of Wands, right? You are. You're at the crossroads. Is it time to harvest? I feel as though you see the world is in your hands. You see it clearly, but I feel your worry right now might be financial or the fact that you just don't have your footing right now. I feel like there's something in the past that you're focused on that you need to take action on. And I feel as though it is something that you must figure out before you can go forward. I know that in the back of your mind, though, you know that things are going to get better, but right now you just need to go through the situation. Yeah, it is going to get good. It's going to get really good here, Scorpio. So right now, I feel like for some of you, you might be in separation and not yet divorced. That's how I kind of see the Nine of Pentacles, because the individual energy is reversed. And again, it could indicate financial impact here, that you are you're trying to protect whatever it is until you become single. Maybe you're just in separation now and not quite in your individual energy. I feel as though that there is some great things coming, because we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Sun. And I mean, life-changing energy that you can see or feel coming. And Leo, right? Leo is all the world is a stage, a very strong presence. When Leo walks in the room, you usually know it. And I feel as though that we've got 9 and 2, which is 11, which is a master number. I think things are going to be okay. I feel as though that you have been hard on yourself, really hard on yourself, Scorpio. I feel as though you are coming out of this energy of indecision, that you're making decisions now, deciding to go to the crossroads and take a different path is where you're at. I feel like whatever path you take, it says go ahead and take it. You're good. Yeah, you're good, I think. But I feel like you spent a lot of time in indecision, and you might still be, because this is in the middle of the energies, right? You might still be feeling a little bit like, a little bit defensive about whatever it is that's going on. It's whatever you haven't yet closed out in the past. And I feel that it's almost as, I feel like the 9 of coins here is like you hanging there. You're kind of hanging there in waiting for things to change. You know that you want to move forward, but you're kind of in this space of kind of doing the cha-cha, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and you feel like it doesn't really even out at the end of the day. Whatever you are looking at finishing or closing out might have to do with family. If you are in the separation, divorce energy, or your person is, somebody is not telling anyone how they feel about it, but it's terribly painful. Yeah. Scorpio, I feel like it's terribly painful, and you're just not giving a voice to it. You're not telling anyone how terribly painful it is. When people look at you, when they look at you on the internet, when they see your Facebook, it looks like everything's fine. The sun's here, and so is the Ace of Pentacles. You're like, yeah, I'm doing good, my money's good, I'm feeling happy, the kids are good, everything's fine. I feel like that's not the truth. Yeah. Interesting, though, that this makes 11 and this makes 11. I'm just saying. But we have, I feel the end of a cycle that is really painful. I feel like someone that you loved, someone who was your everything, stabbed you in the back. Someone, just listening. It was the sneak attack. You didn't expect it. It's making me actually quite emotional. You didn't expect it. And now everyone's watching you, trying to deal with this by yourself. I feel like the High Priestess is someone who can help you. So for some of you, it might be someone who you can really speak to, that you know is going to hold your secrets. Find yourself if you don't have a BFF or a close person in your life who can keep your secrets while you're going through this ending and this pain, please find a psychologist, psychiatrist, someone who will not divulge your information. I feel as though, this is a divorce or a separation right now, and it does concern the family. And I feel like that's what you're dealing with right now. You're dealing with people coming up against you because of whatever is going down with your family right now. I also feel that you, if you haven't already, you do need to connect to your intuition. You might have connected to your intuition, because I feel like the 5 of Wands in the reverse tells me that I'm no longer in indecision, so you're getting answers from somewhere. You might be speaking to someone. You didn't, what do I want to say? What's the words, Charlie? Oh, why would you say that? He said you didn't pull the plug. The other person did. Yeah, I feel as it was over time, right? Because we have 10 swords. Over time, it was arguments, it was silent treatment, slamming of doors, things like that. I feel it was over time, and then you just decided off with their heads, or they decided off with their heads. So I feel like I feel as though you're thinking illogically. I feel like you held on too long. That's what it feels like here. You held on too long. Your intuition, I feel, was like kind of like a bleeding heart telling you not to go. But the truth of the matter is, it was in disconnect, right? It was in complete disconnect. I feel like you were disconnected from the family, or whoever left you is disconnected from you. And I feel like now it's left you in a place of not really thinking logically, and maybe using harsh words on people that don't deserve it. or people are using harsh words on you and you don't deserve it. But either way, I feel like you're not making any decisions at this point because it's not logical to do so. The Five of Pentacles in this case in the reverse tells me that it's kind of off and on with the family. So for some of you, you could be having a hard time with the kids, connecting and reconnecting with the kids. Maybe it's joint custody. That's what it feels like. There's a crack in the foundation. That's what Charlie just said. A crack in the foundation, which is represented here in the Five of Pentacles. It's like sometimes it's up where you're feeling on the outside looking in, and sometimes it's in the reverse where you're trying to piece things back together. And then finally you just say, look, enough is enough. You've hurt me enough. I need to bring this to an end. And then you decide to go at it swiftly. You're like, okay, I'm out. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, it's a split-second decision. It just pops up. It's the feeling of, you know what? I'm never going to get an apology. I'm not going to get the apology. This whole situation is illogical. And in a moment, you just decide, I got to cut away from this. It never grew. The love, whatever it was, whatever you're trying to close out right now, this never grew. It stayed at a remedial stage. It stayed at a very young stage. It might have been someone that you married when you were very young, so a high school sweetheart. And there are beautiful, beautiful stories of high school sweethearts living this life together. And then sometimes you just change too much. You change too much and you part. And that's what happens here. There's the divorce. The world closes the door and says, don't go back, because that's fixed energy. When you make a decision as a fixed sign, you don't usually go back. You make that decision and you're done. You're good. And that represents Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. There we go. Queen of Swords. You're learning to speak up. Yeah, it's divorce. That's the divorcee for me. And I feel as though that you're learning to speak up for yourself. That you decided it's no longer going to be them speaking up and being illogical and rushing to conclusions and hurting you, closing a cycle, stabbing you in the back. No longer. So I feel like it's a hard reading, Scorpio, but I feel like it's a good reading, because I feel like you're finally making movement, because you've been stuck in the situation for so long. You haven't really been moving or making a decision here. And here I see decision. The decision is, I'm no longer going to be treated like this. Ten of Swords. I'm just making the decision to close the door. I'm done. And you speak up and it's over. And now you're just in this situation of hanging there waiting for the divorce to become final. Because you want to be single. There you go. Overthinking brand new love. Yeah. It's like the feeling of, if I leave here, then what? For some of you, you feel like you'll never find it again. You'll never find that again. It's not true. You're overthinking it. It's coming. But you got to close out one thing before you can start another, and that's the rule of the universe. If you try and start something else while you're in another thing, it's going to just completely break. You need to just speak up, find your voice, and close that chapter first, and then this is going to happen. It eventually will. You're overthinking it is all, but this path and passion is coming. It's coming, even though it scares the hell out of you. Yeah, and even though it scares the hell out of you, and I think you're dragging some of the past into the future, I feel like it's going to work out for you. I feel like you are overthinking this whole situation here, but I think that the cycle ending here is what you need to move forward to this new love, because there is new love in the future. Absolutely there is. Scorpio, I'm going to go for now. Thank you very much for clicking here. If you're interested in a private reading, please look below for the yellow dot. I'm going to go. You can book me for $40 over at Wizio. I am out. Thanks, Scorpio. Bye-bye.